Good morning. Today is the International Day of Peace. It was started by a UN resolution in 1981 and since 2001 has been observed on the 21st of September every year. The UN resolution states that it is about commemorating and strengthening the ideals of peace, both within and among all nations and peoples. The theme this year is shaping peace together, and so we should be marking it by spreading compassion, kindness, and hope to everyone in our community. In my mind, there are two ways to achieve peace. The first is to ensure that we always act with sensitivity, emotional intelligence, and awareness of those around us. And perhaps this is something that becomes that little bit harder at this stage of the term, when we start to get tired and frustrated with those around us. The second way to achieve peace is all about how we respond to a conflict. It may be that some form of conflict has been unavoidable, but how we resolve the issue afterwards can have a significant bearing on our relationships in the longer term. So what is the best way to resolve a conflict? One of the most effective ways, though arguably the hardest at times, is to forgive. It might seem counterintuitive if you're the one who feels wronged to approach that person and talk to them. But it's probably the only true way of repairing a relationship completely. It will also allow the other person to apologise properly and give them an opportunity to say what they're sorry for. Often, we can be quite selfish in our viewpoints and only see things from our perspective. They've done something wrong to me, and that's unforgivable. But sometimes we need to look at it with more empathy. Why did they behave that way? Had they been having a bad day? Had someone had a go at them? Have they got broader issues that they're trying to deal with? You never really know what other people are going through at the time. And we would all create a more harmonious world if we tried to stand in other people's shoes more regularly. One of the other ways in which we can all try to bring greater peace to our lives is in the way that we react to situations around us. There were a number of things I heard about last week that could have been avoided if the other people there had shown greater leadership. I spoke last week about the fact that we are all leaders and that we all have a role to play in developing and improving our community. However, a number of you chose not to do that and became bystanders. The bystander effect became widely known after a rather gruesome incident in New York in 1964. A lady called Kitty Genovese was going home late at night when she was attacked and subsequently murdered. The whole ordeal took over half an hour, and despite Kitty screaming and shouting for the duration of it, nobody came to help her. It was later found out that 38 people had heard her cries, but none of them had gone to her rescue. After half an hour, somebody did call the police and they arrived within 2 minutes, but by this stage it was too late. All it would have taken was for one of those 38 bystanders to have done something, and they could well have stopped the murder from happening. A number of psychologists have studied the bystander effect and found that when there are other people around, you're much less likely to help out. A number of things go through people's minds, like, is it dangerous for me? If I intervene, can I actually help? Will others support me if I do this? Will I be embarrassing myself in some way? Or what's my responsibility to this person? Why should I do anything? It's also true that the longer you leave it, the harder it is to get involved. And if you don't immediately act, then the natural thought is, well, I probably couldn't have done anything anyway. Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." Sometimes it is the difficult thing to do, to stand up and make a difference. But I hope that you would all do that. As a bystander, we have the power to do something, to change something. It's very easy to pass your responsibility on to someone else. But if you ignore the situation, then it says two things. One is that what they're doing is okay. Secondly, it suggests to other bystanders that it isn't really a problem or something that we should worry about. After all, if it was, surely you would have done something about it. So how can we contribute to the International Day of Peace? Try to resolve conflicts, forgive, apologise, be empathetic, and even if it is the difficult thing to do, stand up for what is right and stand up for those around you. I hope that you have a good week.